Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. Today, we're going to head towards the Japanese garden. After we have explored the Chinese garden, now we're going to the Japanese garden to see what they have. First of all, we are crossing another bridge, which is actually much more intricate than the Japanese garden. Is built on an artificial island in Jurong Lake and is connected to the adjacent Chinese Garden Island by a bridge named the Bridge of Double Beauty. So over this side here is the Chinese garden, on the other side is the Japanese garden. One thing I like about Japanese garden is that when you walk around there, you definitely get the feel that you are no longer in a normally, you get the feel that it feels like it's a Japanese garden. You don't feel like it's a normal Singapore garden, because there's a very Japanese feel. And that was because they actually get a professor who actually specializes in like this kind of Japanese garden to actually come to Singapore to design this garden itself. So look at the bridge itself. The bridge itself is also much more impressive. Look at that. At the keystone itself, there's actually I think some kind of dragon or some kind of lion there. Look at that. It's a much prettier bridge. Let's just put it that way. The Japanese garden was actually designed with a calmness to invoke inner peace and meditative states. The style and method used to design the gardens are taken from Japan's Muromachi period and the Azuchi Momoyama period. One interesting thing about this garden is that there are actually torii gates. This torii gate you see here is typical of the style that you find. It was actually a typical Miyujin torii. Torii gates is a traditional Japanese gate commonly found at the entry to Shinto shrines and some Buddhist temples. Torii marks the transition from the scarce to the normal world. A person who has been successful in business often donates a torii in gratitude. Another very interesting feature of this garden is that they have a lot of donated Japanese stone lanterns from Japan that they actually imported in here. And there are many different versions of that all around the Japanese gardens. What are Japanese stone lanterns? Well, there is a popular story that the first stone lantern constructed in Japan was erected in the beginning of the 7th century by Prince Iruhiko, son of the Emperor Suiko, at a solitary lakeside spot in the province of Kawachi as a protection against robbers by whom the locality were infested. It was afterwards removed to the grounds of the temple of Tachibana in Yamato, founded by Shutoku Taishi. The earliest lanterns were believed to be introduced to Japan from China through Korea, along with Buddhism in the Asaka period, and were used initially as votive lights at temples and shrines. It was only in later times that they were used for the practical purpose of lighting the grounds of religious precincts, tea houses, and private gardens. Circular use of the Ishidoro did not begin in Japan until the 16th century. Their decorative use in gardens began with the rise of the tea ceremony and the need to illuminate the roji path to the tea house. Typically made of granite, the Ishidoro came in many different sizes and shapes, but common to them all is a hollowed upper part made to hold electric light, candles, or oil lamps lighted on special occasions. There are about 9 major categories of lanterns based on general shapes and over 75 subcategories. Look at this. And after that, there's another bridge over there. Unfortunately, I thought it was actually made of wood, but it's actually made of concrete. But it still looked quite nice with the red paint and also the bronze pillar stuff at the end there. So this bridge will bring you to look at all the fishes. Anyway, this bridge will bring you from the normal walkway onto another small island here in the middle of the pond. Okay, and there's actually another bridge from that small island which you can take to another small island over here. And this is also another red bridge, but this one, as you can see, there are more like the support pillars here with the bronze or copper fixture on top there. And after that, we have this bridge here, which is a white bridge. That's all I can explain it, but it looks quite pretty, doesn't it? And look at that, a pelican. Does it notice us? Does it see us? Are we being seen by the pelican? Anyway, if we don't go close to it, I don't think they will fly away. Anyway, so we actually walk across the pond that with all the lotus flowers, lotus plants. So basically there's a pond there, and on the pond itself there's a few different islands which are connected together by bridges. And this is like a multi-purpose area, which also has a very olden style because there are a lot of pillars in between. And if you look on the other side there, that's part of the Jurong Lake. And we actually come here to the entrance of the Japanese garden, and if you look around here, somehow you wouldn't suspect that you're actually in Singapore. They actually make the garden, design the garden to make it look like you're actually in another country. Anyway, so we're actually walking back to the bridge to see whether we can get across there. Well, it's evening time. Let's take a leisurely walk out of here. Hey, look! Before we left, we are meeting another animal friend. Look at that, it's a squirrel. I guess the squirrel is here to bid us farewell. For our journey here, we actually visited the Chinese garden and now the Japanese garden. Both very interesting in their own way, and a place that you should come and visit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our visit here to the Japanese garden. I surely found it very fascinating. If you have time, come down, enjoy the gardens. It's free entry and you can see something very different and very nice. And over here itself is actually like a rest house with a nice little pond right in front of it. Look at that. We didn't actually walk through this part here, but if you want to, you can walk through it. And As per usual, you know what to do. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join me for my next adventure. I guess that's all. Bye bye!